Rightio. Time to modify the P-rail. So the problem is, well, the issues I've been having issues, right? So as you can see, the doodahs that support it, which I call them feeticles, they start like here. So when I'm grinding along and get to the end, it tips up like a seesaw. So, yeah, like that. So it's not very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this bit to there. Then I'm going to move this bit to there. So I'm going to place you over here. Actually, the sun is over behind us, so I'm going to stick you over there. That'll do, and then we'll commence the modification. And then when we do the grinds over to the end, it's not going to tip. Also, I wanted to try true spins, but then the feet were like sort of psychologically putting me off. So I think maybe just at the end, come up, and then I'll feel like I can jump, and then like not think of like flipping this on the other side. So let's go. Let's do it. Right, so all the screwdrivers, well, I have no idea. The right size is not there, so I'm going to look for it. Bring you over here. So as you can see, I've taken these screws out, still attached to this bottom one, and then we can just simply slide it along. Slide it along. Why are you not moving? Okay, it's just a bit stuck. Okay, so it's a bit, so it'll be easier to do is I'll make it flush with squishing my fingers. That. Get my rubber. Oh shit. Oh no. I've just broke the key in this lock. No! It's stuck inside. Never mind. Sort it out later. I'll get another lock. Okay. Put this rubber mat. Make it nice and flush on the end. Yes. It's nice and flush. Oh yeah, I can already feel it. That feels really good in my head. Okay, screw it in. So there's 12 screws, 6 on each side. See these brackets I got from B&Q. They're heavy duty angle brackets. Very good for P-rails. As you can see, it's very stable. The durability factor is at a great standard, and I've done many grinds and they've held very well. So if you are to build your own P-rail, I suggest getting very big heavy duty brackets. If they required me to give them a star rating, it would at least be 4. or even 5, and I would even leave a comment. When there's this many screws, sometimes I wish I had an electronic screwdriver. Those fancy electric ones that turn on their own using an electric motor device. But then at the same time, old school is probably better. See, it's more accurate. There's less chance of me screwing up the head, you know. And I can be sure it's tight and it's like in place, you know. Hands-on. Literally hands-on. Now, as you can see, from the design of this, I've designed it, the height is the same as the width. Is that right? Of the feet. Now, because that angle here, the angle is what was called a perpendicular triangle? No. But anyways, the angle I've made it's basically not going to tip over unless you actually kick it from the side. So when you're doing grinds, you can really throw yourself at it, and it will take it very well. I would say this is quite a good design for P-rails. And the good thing about it, this it's not PVC. I used ABS. It's thinner, but it's stronger than PVC. And because it's a harder plastic, I believe with it being waxed up, it slides faster. But it being a plastic, I've fallen on it many times and it doesn't bruise. You essentially bounce off it, which is a good thing. So I'm happy to skate it without shin guards. Obviously, that I limit myself when I skate without shin guards, but it's nice to have a little session without having to worry too much about the shinnies. Now, I think once these feet are in the right position, I will be doing a test of this new design P-rail I have modified it to. I believe this should prevent the tippage on the ends, because that was certainly annoying, especially because I was trying to do switch-ups or learn switch-ups on it, and every time I got to the end I would just do a silly tip. Oh bollocks, screwed it in the wrong direction. Okay, right, we need to get it in nice and straight, otherwise it buggers up. We don't want it to bugger up, do we? Right, yeah, okay, so that's very nice. It seems a bit wobbly, but that just could be because probably just needs a little tightening. I'll just quickly tighten up these. They haven't been adjusted since I've built this P-rail, so might as well get it all nice and ready for the testing. Oh yes, as I was saying, it was being at drain piping. It's very cheap. It's only 4 quid for 3 meters. So if it does break, it has snapped a tiny bit at the end there, but it's not a problem. So if it does break, then trip to B&Q, 4 quid. What's your nana, as they say? There we go. Tighten. Oh, that's nice and sturdy. See, as you can see, this still making it tip, but we go all the way to the end. We will not tip over. We will not tip over. Okay, that's very good. Now we've got to do the other side. Let's go. Commencing other side. See, now we're halfway through, and when I was saying before, an electric screwdriver would do wonders, but instead of using a device which has an electric motor in, I do a hand swap, because this gets tired, you know, as you're doing that, you know, you just swap over and you're gone for another 10 minutes or so. Yeah, the left hand's quite strong at the moment, so we'll let the right one rest and we'll give another bash in a minute. We'll let the left hand be the unwinder. Unwind the screws out the wood, and then I'll use my right hand to screw the screws back in to the wood. Okay, so we have evacuated the screws from the heavy duty bracket which is attached to the inconvenient location. So I'm just going to quickly lift this up, move it approximately 1.2 feet, slot the end in, push it into the right position, get it down there, get me trusty rubber mallet, and then knock it into place so it's nice and flush with the end. And that's not flush. That feels decent. Let's get it in a bit more. Maybe he's a bit out more. In, out, in, out. Shake it all about. Now commencing screwing of the wood, screws into the wood with the right hand. It's getting quite warm out here. It's like 5 o'clock or something. I thought it was going to be miserable all day, but it seems to have turned out to be quite nice. So I might try and have a go at this little derail once it's done. The only problem is that I've been for a meal and I'm full, absolutely full of Philippine food. And, well, I was literally bursting from the seams earlier. Not too bad at the moment. So maybe if I give it some time, I can get the old booties on and get this sliding on the go. Sliding down the P ring. This way, now that it's all set up correctly, I'll be able to slide the whole length with both feet. Or 1 foot, whichever you like to do it. Or no feet. I guess you could try and slide it all the way with no feet. Maybe just put the skates on your hands and do handstands, slide it along that way, but that would be pretty difficult. Oh shit. Nearly done. Just need to get that screw in there, and I can do the other side. And then we have our fully modified, ready to go
highly durable, extremely efficient. Probably the wrong word to use, but hey ho. I'm gonna make some conversation by myself with you guys in the future, watching the video, watching me screw screws into wood with my right hand. I'll probably have to swap over because this right hand is getting a bit tired now, so let's do another swap. Let's get that one in there. There we go. So many bloody screws, but you want to be safe, you want to be nice and secure. I mean, there's so many screws, like 12, then you got 1, 2, 8, so that's 20, and then another 8, that's 8, 28, and then you got 1, 2, 9, 18, plus 28, 30, 46, is that right? And then times 2, that's like 92 screws. It's quite a lot of screws. My hands were probably really tired after screwing that many screws in last time when I first built it. I should have used an electric screwdriver. But I like to be hands-on. Righty-o, so we have here a completely modified version. Now, as you can see, we've got them on the ends, and I think we can do some good balancing rollerblade tricks along this thing here. So we can get to the end. Yes, and as you can see, putting weight on the end there, not going to tip it over. So, hey, can you see my pole is bending over to the left? Oh well, okay. Yes.